Once upon a very ancient time, in a land full of sand and sandals, all the people on earth spoke the same language. Like everyone could just yell hi and be understood from Iceland to India. They got super full of themselves and said, "Hey, let's build a mega tower to reach the heavens. We'll be famous sky people." So they stacked bricks like crazy in a place called Babel. But God peeked down and said, "Oh no, they didn't. If they keep this up, next thing you know, they'll try building escalators to the moon." So, poof! He scrambled their words like a cosmic word salad. Suddenly Bob couldn't understand Joe, and Joe thought Bob was sneezing when he asked for more bricks. Chaos! The tower stopped growing. Everyone wandered off with their new languages. And that's how we got French, Spanish, and possibly Pig Latin. Now enter Abram, not yet Abraham, a guy with a big beard, a big heart, and a wife named Sarai, who was super kind but didn't have any kids. One day, God said, "Abram, pack up your stuff, grab your camels, and follow me. I've got big plans for you, like galaxy-sized plans." Abram blinked and said, "Okay, cool." And off he went to a land called Canaan with Sarai, his nephew Lot, who was always getting into trouble. And lots of goats. Then a famine hit. No Chick-fil-A, no anything. So they detoured to Egypt. But Abram got nervous because Sarai was so pretty. He thought the Egyptians might bonk him on the head and steal her. So he fibbed and said she was his sister. Classic ancient sitcom move. Pharaoh took Sarai into his palace, but God sent some gnarly plagues, like sneezy camels and haunted breadsticks, until Pharaoh said, take your wife, sister, whatever, just leave." Back in Canaan, Abram and Lot had so many sheep, their shepherds started arguing over grazing rights like cowboy soap opera characters. So Abram said, "Let's not fight, dude. You pick left or right, and I'll go the other way." Lot chose the land near Sodom, which looked super fancy, but spoiler, that place had drama. Meanwhile, God promised Abram, "One day, your kids, and your kids' kids, and your kids' kids' kids will have more land than they can count, like infinity acres." Abram blinked again and said, "I don't even have one kid yet, but okay." Then, a war broke out. Yes, a real ancient superhero battle with kings having names like Jador Laoma, bless you, and everyone fighting over who gets the best grasslands. Lot got captured like the damsel in distress of the story. So Abram zoomed in with his 318 trained men. Tiny army, big energy. Beat the bad guys and rescued Lot like a desert ninja. On his way back, a mysterious, awesome dude named Melchizedek, bless you again, showed up out of nowhere. Handed Abram some bread and juice, classy guy, and blessed him. Abram said, "Thanks," and gave him 10% of his stuff, inventing tithing like a boss. Later, God took Abram outside, pointed at the stars and said, "That's how many descendants you'll have." Abram, with only camel tracks and 0 kids, just nodded and believed. And God said, "That's called faith, nailed it." Then came a wild scene. God told Abram to bring some animals, slice them in half, and lay them in 2 rows. Then a floating torch and a smoky pot passed between them like a divine barbecue. And boom! God made an unbreakable promise called a covenant. He said, "You'll get the land, the family, the works. Trust me." And Abram said, "Sounds great."